Divine greetings, entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, seekers and sojourners of truth, the 144, chosen of the chosen of the chosen few. You all know who you are. I greet you in the love, that lights and truth. From my heart to yours, I'm Celestial Earth and this divine energy essence of it all. And I do mean divine. Divine in this time, and the timing is divine. Happy new moon in Pisces. We are closing out the entire astrological cycle, a karmic closeout. We're closing out karmic loops. We're closing out the energetic seal. We're bringing closure to that, the energetic seal that just happened with Third Eye Atlas, leaving our solar system on its way out after passing and giving the final update and upgrade to Jupiter, as you probably saw those videos. If you want to know more about that, you can watch the 2 previous videos. I did a part 1 and part 2 on that, and it is still really cold out here. I'm gonna do a live after this, going in deeper, giving us a chance for those of you who want to come in and have some questions, comments, let's talk about this new moon. But right now, let me give to you just some information on the new moon. I may do a part 2 because there is more, but I'm going through these energies myself every day. Like I literally have done a video every day, particularly with Third Eye Atlas, also in particular with this new moon. And I'm taking the time to do what I need to do, which is listen more rather than try to fix, which are the shadows of Virgo. And I know, because I got a whole Virgo stellium in my natal chart, so I'm so Virgo, right? And it's really difficult for me, just to give a little bit on it, because my natal nodes are the flip, right? My natal nodes is I'm supposed to be moving more into Virgo, but that's to be discussed in a different way. When for those who do the Cosmos and Me workshop, we'll talk about what that looks like and how it looks a little bit different. Because yes, we're moving from the shadows. The key word is shadows of Virgo, right? And it's still going to help me move more into the more elevated aspects of Virgo if I can release myself from the shadows. And this is for all of us, right? All of us, our South Node is in Virgo, North Node in Pisces. And this is why this particular whole week is very highly energetically in charge, engaging, enraging, like encouraging. It's a lot that is happening. And it is really time to help us ascend to that next level, into the 5th dimension, into the Aquarian age. And these are attributes of that, right? So this is a time to change perspective, is what I was hearing, particularly with this moon. 2 things that I was hearing is that this new moon is accentuating the spiritual maturation that Third Eye Atlas was bringing to us, through us, right? By things that were happening to us, to bring us to the true us. And this is all part of it. The astrology, the cosmos are the grand design, right? It is great divine and the grand design that is helping, guiding us through this evolution in time. And so time to change is because if you count up the numbers, if you let's look at the statistics, it is at a 5, right? The entire date is the number 5. If you add it up, it's 2, 3, it's 23, and 2 and 3 is a 5. So it's also saying not only just 5, but what kind of 5? It's a 2, 3, 5. So it is the harmony of duality, which has been happening through this entire spectrum as we've been coming from Virgo into Pisces. It's to harmonize Virgo with Pisces. It's to admire, it's to utilize the guidance without being stuck in strict guidelines of Virgo, harmonizing the guidance and allowing it to guide us into the bigger picture of Pisces. It's harmonizing the two, right? Rather than conflict between the two, it's harmonized between the two. It's been a harmony between Mars and Venus, as Third Eye Atlas has helped with that maturation, the Mars and Venus maturation. It has been harmonizing us at a personal level in our soul self, harmonizing the conscious and subconscious mind, harmonizing the masculine and feminine energies, which ultimately is harmonizing the creative and receptive activity of the universe. That is the duality, harmony of duality. That is the modality of our frequencies. And the way we harmonize is the way we ascend through these frequencies. It kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm hearing zoom, but I know that's not the word. Like, it really accelerates us. It really helps fuel us even more in our energetic modality when we have this harmony. So the 2 is the harmony of duality, and the 3 is the creative completion. So it's a harmony of duality into the creative completion, into the 3. Many of you have probably been seeing a lot of 3s lately, into the 333 or the 3333, the creative completion as the main dimensional portal of the 369 being the main dimensional portals. The 3 is the first one. So the 2 and the 3 is bringing us to that change. I say all that to say that. What is this change about? It's time to change the perspective. And I'm going to share a little bit of mini download that I got with that. Of course, I'm going to have to make sure I put on these classes. But before I do that, just paying attention to what else is happening around this new moon. It's at 28 degrees. And this is the 6th month that we've had a new moon at 28 degrees. It is really highlighting and paralleling the 6 months that Third Eye Atlas has been moving along with us. I can't make this up, right? There's no coincidence. 6 months that it has been moving along the ecliptic plane from Virgo to Pisces, and this is the 6th month of 28 degrees of a new moon. And notice that this is a new moon at the end of a cycle, so there's that echo of this is the beginning to an end. And I'm hearing that song, from beginning to end, that song, 365 days in a year. It's the beginning to an end, and it's the end to a beginning, but that's how I hear it, the beginning to an end. It's the new beginnings that are coming from the end of something, right? Bringing us right to the spring equinox, like ta-da, as we close out. We're having this new moon that says it's time for something new. It's time for a new perspective, the true perspective of what is, that is guiding us more into the Aquarian age, that is guiding us more into the 5th dimension and more into the Bronze Age, which is the age of energy. We are realizing that everything is energy. And so for a lot of us who have been going through it and feeling like, I gotta fix this, I gotta do this, I gotta make this statement or whatever it is, especially with Mercury, a lot of us have been realizing with Mercury in retrograde that no matter what you say, it doesn't matter. People are going to be who they are anyway, right? We're not here to save the world. We're here, although we kind of are, right? Where the world is ascending. We're a part of it. Star seeds, yes, we're a part of it. But it's not our job to literally go and save everybody or carry them with you into the 5th dimension. We're realizing that no matter how you say what you say, it's going to be what it is anyway. And that's a change in the perspective. It's time to let go off the bar and say, you know what? That's it. It may feel like, man, I didn't quite finish this. I know I've been feeling it, and I had to sit myself down yesterday and today and just be in a real receptive mode. At first, we kind of feel like, oh no, it's the new moon, I got to do this, I got to make sure, especially for those of us who are aware that this is also an energetic seal or some kind of final closing, or this is it. Even if you don't know, you've been sensing it. And so it's been like that, even for me, like, come on, I got to get this done. I got to close out. I have to make sure I seal where I'm supposed to be in the timeline. And I know it's according to the deeds that I do or the lack thereof. However, it's been highlighted that we just need to be still. That's that Virgo energy that want to get it particularly right. And it's like, just be still. Trust the process. Trust the spiritual maturation. Trust the bigger picture. And when you see the bigger picture, you now know that you don't have to do these other little things. You just say, I trust the bigger picture. And that means I have to make a bold move. For those who remember when I pulled the cards with the last full moon, the obstacle was making a bold move because we were not seeing our sacred divinity, our sacred reverence, which is the divine will. That's the bigger picture. See the divine will, take it out of the hidden places and spaces, bring it to the forefront. Zoom in on the divine will so that we can make the power move. Now, what the power move looks like to all of us may be different. But what I'm getting is that it's not the thing that we think it is. The power move is going to entail you, us, we, changing a perspective to such a degree that we let go of how we think it should be handled. that we let go of the concept and the idea of even what it looks like to be right. And we just say, hey, I accept what it is, and because I know what I know, I'm going to move in this way. And so the bold power move is to do something different. The way you show up, it's going to be uncomfortable, but we're going to have to take that and be a little uncomfortable for a little bit. And we're really uncomfortable because the world is uncomfortable, and it's okay, right? The perspective is knowing we're not here to change that. Anyhow, before anything gets cut, because y'all know I've been getting cut, let me give y'all what I've gotten from it. So this new moon accentuates the spiritual maturation of standing in integrity with what you now know and express authenticity in every now moment in the face of adversity and opposition without trying to fix it. True acceptance is being aware of what is while holding accountability for what you know that carves a path of destiny without the need to fix it. Excuse the noise. Without the need to fix the external circumstances. This can only be done when we change the perspective of how we see the situation. Pisces, seeing the bigger picture, rather than trying to change the situation. Virgo, fixing the details. So the harmony of this new moon in Pisces acknowledges the shadows of Virgo and brings it into the bigger picture of Pisces to dissolve it rather than fight with it or fix it. This is about allowing it to dissolve. It's really, see why we got to go into the heart expansion. It's about allowing love and the love frequency to dissolve the fear factors, the state, the mind state of lack and limitations and all the other blocks that we have in the way that Virgo is trying to fix. It's like, no, the harmony is giving it and letting it have the bigger picture. It's time to make the power moves against all comfort, against all odds, all comfort, that are aligned with the sacred reverence of divinity according to the higher self and our soul's purpose. This is that time to change the perspective. It's not time to do anything majorly different. What I would do, what we can do, so I can give some to-dos, right, is go within, do some clearing out, cleaning out. I'm personally I've done mine. I've done a major clean out, right? You don't got to do the whole house, but pick something that was very difficult for you for a while. Pick a part of the house that has been a sore spot, a heavy spot, a clutter spot that's just been very difficult, just that corner, right? And address that, which is what I did on my dresser, right? I addressed my dresser, and it's been like wild and out of whack for about 2 years, and particularly the last year has been really pressing on me, and it kind of feels like what's been happening in the past year, just with what I've been dealing with, right? And sometimes feeling like, what is all of this for? You know, what am I doing this for? And sometimes feeling the, you know, give it up, so to speak, even though I know I'm not a give up person, but it's been that feeling, kind of stuck in a rut kind of feeling for about a year. And so I tackled that today. It is very clear. I should have took a before and after shot just to maybe post it and show it's very clear now. And now in doing that, it also helps clear the mind. And now when I'm done with this video and the live, I'm going to sit down tonight around the time of the new moon, probably around 9 something, and just write what I no longer sit with, what is now going to change. And not just, oh, I now release this, but what am I actually seeing? What have you seen and noticed that is different? What are the shadows that you are really becoming aware of, or have become aware of, right? With the Pluto revelation, especially while we passed through Aquarius, because Aquarius was really like tearing down, you know, some things while we were being disillusioned, right? That is when Saturn and Neptune entered into Aries, the great, you know, that great cosmic event. And Pluto was in Aries that whole time, so it was being activated while we were moving through, not Aries, excuse me, Aquarius. And so that was happening. And so the revelations were happening. And now Pluto is more like, it's the position where it is now is in a sextile to Saturn and Neptune. So there's that harmony between them. A sextile is usually harmonic, so it's favorable for the revelations to help still break away from any idealisms that Neptune may have been holding, right? And Neptune is really, as we say, the dreams, and Saturn is the accountability. Like, we got to be accountable for this, right? We need responsibility and what needs to be done, like in 3D. Neptune is like the real spiritual aspect. So Neptune more kind of represents like 5D, the fifth dimension. And we have Mars that's still moving through. So Mars is still like the fire moving over the waters, and it's like now it's moving through the waters, like the fire through the fire, like the waters are singing through the fire. But it is ready to move into its next house, like it's ready to go. And so you may be feeling some of that Mars ready to go, but allow it to move through the waters in a way where it kind of says, hold on, just hold on. I see what we're ready to do. Allow yourself to see it, to see the dream, see what's true and new, and embrace it. Because as we enter into the equinox on the 20th, and that's where Mercury goes direct, Mercury now being in retrograde, in retrospect, taking us into the depths of our multidimensional self in the house of Pisces. Like, we have this whole opportunity in Pisces to do this while we were here, right? And then all the way to North Node in Pisces, which is what it was yesterday, their conjunction yesterday. And it's going to kind of be there for the rest of the week until the 20th, when it goes direct and it starts, moving forward. But notice that at 8 degrees, infinite access, infinite awareness, 8 being infinite. And so Mercury brings the messages, brings the information to North Node. It's bringing us to the North Node right before we have this new moon that accentuates the spiritual maturation of Third Eye Atlas that has been carrying us through this whole evolutionary step and process of releasing the shadows of Virgo to move into the spiritual house of Pisces, of the maturation of Pisces, before we go into before the North Node enters into Aquarius, which takes us into another step, boldening us, or if that's the right word, but fastening us into the Aquarian age some more. So this is all very well orchestrated and orderly. It's divine order in time. So take time with yourself. Write what you can write down. Clear out what you need to clear out, as I was saying. Write down what you need to write down, that you are seeing that this is how I see it now, and this is what it's going to be for me. This is how I'm going to move in integrity. I no longer need this. Allow yourself to see what you no longer need, and burn a green candle. Green is always on the heart chakra day, when I'm on the moon, the peak of the moon, whether it's the full moon or the new moon. And so burn that green that represents the heart chakra, expansion of the heart. That what we're releasing that to expand our consciousness more into the heart, which is the energetic body, into the age of energy. We are realizing that we see and we exist in energy. Right? Don't doubt yourselves, because right when we move into the spring equinox, we're shifting into a new season. We're shifting into the third eye season, coming from throat chakra season into third eye season. So Third Eye Atlas brought us right here for us to be clear, accentuating not just spiritual maturation, but also updating Jupiter as the expanded wisdom